What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. So getting ready. It is Monday, by the way. We're closed Monday and Tuesday. Getting ready for the second half of the sale. Time for my masterpiece to come down. So I paid 50 bucks roughly in materials to build this, and I used it to display the sconce lighting and vanity lights. You can still see the screws that held them in place. I am going to take this apart because I no longer need it. We sold them all. And I guess I'll find something to do with the wood at some point, project or something. But it's in the way, so let's get it all taken down. All right, any ideas on a project for this? I didn't bother taking this apart because honestly, those are little pieces. Probably just gonna be for random scraps. In fact, a couple of those were random scraps that were laying around here. I don't know, maybe we can think of something. I might actually have a use for one of them already because I'm thinking about doing a second table of bed sheets, and I need a support like that for it because these sheets get really heavy, so you never know. But I'll just store them away somewhere. I'm sure I'll find a use eventually for them. I'm not too worried. They serve their purpose. I mean, I could throw them away and I still wouldn't be upset because they did serve their purpose. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But I just spent $7,500 on a few more pallets, kind of on a whim. Let's see. He just sent me a picture. On the way to me. So I reached out to one of my suppliers. Most of my stuff comes from Georgia. That's probably my biggest supplier, Georgia. I've got a couple of suppliers in Minnesota, though, one state over. And, these banana boxes did so well on yesterday, $4 day. These right here, health and beauty type stuff. So I reached out to one of my suppliers who says these are all ready for me. He's in Minnesota, probably about, 5-6 hours away. I said, hey, do you have any HBA type stuff? He sent me a list of CVS pallets from CVS Pharmacy and sent me some videos of them, dug through a couple on the top boxes. There was printer ink in there, so that's going to be pulled for eBay, but that should do really well. I said I need it here today or tomorrow. And because he's one state over, he could ship it today, and it will be delivered tomorrow. Unfortunately, I paid an extra 200 bucks to have it delivered with a lift gate. I would have saved 200 bucks if I had it sent to the other warehouse where we have a truck dock. This one still isn't usable. We got rid of maybe half the pallets in here, but it's still obviously not usable. So it was either pay 200 bucks, it was like 190 extra, and have it delivered here with a lift gate, or save 200 bucks, have it delivered to the other building, and then pay 200 bucks to rent a truck to bring it here, or take half a day and haul it here with my truck and trailer. I'd rather pay the extra 200 bucks just to have it here. We're going to probably run all of that through this sale, unless there's extra. I mean, I was planning on buying like 2 pallets. I bought 6. But anyways, awesome supplier. I do a lot of business with him. My favorite thing is that I can just send him a check. Everyone else wants wire transfers, which is annoying because I have a small local credit union, so that means I need to go to the bank to do a wire transfer. On top of that, their lobby is closed right now, so I need to call them and say I need to do a wire transfer, then send them an email with all the details, then wait a couple hours, go through the drive-thru to sign the paperwork. It sucks. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm thinking about getting a second bank account at a bigger bank just for wire transfers and do all my other business at this one. Anyways, that's going to be exciting. I'm excited to see how that looks when it comes in. They were double stacked, so it's 3 pallets on the ground. It was like $545, I think, for delivery. Total was $7,700 for all 6 pallets delivered. That's about all I got there. I should do really well. I've never bought stuff for a sale during a sale before. So I had an interesting thought. In 2017 maybe? Yeah, probably about 2017, I bought a storage unit. And that storage unit ended up being mostly apparel. I ended up filling 10 Gaylords of apparel and brought it here, and I had no way to sell it. I was doing eBay, I was sending stuff to local auction companies. I had no way to sell all of this apparel. So I decided to hang it all on racks, open up the doors, and sell them all for $1 each. And that was the birth of the dollar sale, which evolved into this. Had I not bought that storage unit, if I knew it was all clothing, I wouldn't have bought it. Had I not bought that storage unit, this wouldn't be happening. This wouldn't exist. Just a neat thought how things work out like that. I'd better get my tools out of here before I forget, since they're on a table full of tools that are for sale. I don't want someone buying this for $4. So I shifted some stuff around, including putting an extra table here, and then shifted this over a couple feet and put the last of the detergent here. This should be gone on Wednesday. And then we'll probably just keep that space open. I really can't believe how many of these are left. $4 for a case of 6. And we've got signs. I'll have to move that sign over a little bit. It was right over the middle, and one here as well. Now, I'm out of tables. Where did I get this table? Right here. So one of our biggest choke points, we're unable to keep bed sheets stocked, especially the sheet sets, which we've got a lot of full, twin, and queen. So what I'm going to do is stack them like this on the floor, just boxes on the floor. I should be able to get, I don't know if I'll be able to get them all in there. The other one that we struggle with is the king size fitted sheet. We don't have any actual king sets. We've got a little bit of the split king set and the California king set, but we're getting low on those. We're almost out. So I'm going to have those here, and then the other ones on the table here. So that will definitely help. Is there anything in here? Yeah. So that'll help with that. Nobody even wants to stock these because they're all in the loading dock, and these are very heavy boxes, although we did bring one of the pallets of queen sheets up here. By the way, I did about $3,000 so far in the sale in bed sheets, and I spent $2,500 on all of them, and I still have an absolute ton left. We're probably going to be selling these still on Dollar Day. And that is how it's going to look. There's some extras on this one because they were on the table, and it's probably going to be the same with the other two, but basically we're just going to have them like this. I could probably even put another box on each because they're basically flush with the table. And then they're what, 10 per box. So I've got 40 of each style out here, or 120 total there, plus all these other ones. And then we can load up more of like the pillowcases and the twin XL and whatnot. I wanted to get the twin size sets in there too, but there wasn't room. But I can put more of them on the table now. Hopefully, the reason I'm not putting the whole pallet out is because I don't want people to see, oh, they have thousands of these. We'll just wait till Dollar Day. I don't want that to happen. So this should be enough where it's going to sell through and people will see it selling through. But it's not so little that we're going to need to restock every hour. So I'm currently up here. This is all the summer stuff from those Walgreens pallets I got last, January-ish. Slow moving so far, but I don't think it's worth the higher price days. Tim is certain that it would have all, or was certain that it all would have sold on $10 and $5 day because it's so hard to find. But those floaties are still in stores. So I'm sorting it out here. Here we got these little shovels and frisbees, some beach toys, floaties, and then up here's just kind of random stuff. Look at that, beverage boats. So this is all just random stuff. All this is out of Walgreens. And then I'm kind of doing, we found some slip and slides. We were actually selling a bunch of these on eBay for like $40 off of that shelf. But these are going for about 20 after shipping and fees because they are like 2 pounds. I'd get like $5 to $6. I would rather just sell them for $4 in the warehouse sale. Found one more of the pizza ones so far. And then I'm sorting this stuff out. These are the popcorn goggles, which the few that we had in the sale so far have actually been selling. And this is all other goggles. These ones I think will probably sell pretty quick. And then here we've got bagged rafts, donuts, and armbands. And then we've got the armbands that are boxed as well. So kind of going through that. These I'm going to put back on the top. A lot of this stuff is sorted in these boxes, so I'm kind of sorting through them. But I'm going to put these back up on the shelf because I've got a bunch here that have been sitting. These are the ones that just aren't moving for some reason. I don't know why. All right, Fun in the Sun section is done. We loaded this stuff up. We've got, the plastic toys, that stuff, floaties. These are the triple goggles, so there are 3 of them in each one, the popcorn ones and the face masks. And some other stuff down here. Up here, all sorts of things. We got some snorkels over there. These are the single packs of goggles. We've got all different types of floaties and whatnot. We'll see how well they sell when it's loaded up like this, because they weren't selling great when we just had, because before I had like a stack of these, a stack of these, maybe a couple of those, and a stack of these up, and they weren't really moving great. Now, you definitely can't miss it. All right, so you already saw this. Here's what we've done so far. I have yet to touch the sheets over there. This area, it is what it is. I might pull this stuff. Similar to what I did here. I pulled all of the Amazon returns from here and put them in these bins here, which really fill them up. There's room in a couple of them, but most of them are pretty full now. You don't want to overfill them because you want people to be able to dig. So that's what I did. A lot of the stuff here has been sitting throughout the first 4 days. We'll use it to stage better stuff. We're going to have a lot more bins coming up. I did leave a couple of items. Like this, I'm a little surprised hasn't sold yet, but we'll leave it out on display. What else? Over here, I refilled these cases of product. And then cleared stuff off down here. These books are doing pretty well, actually, surprisingly. So that, these, I added stuff to it. I'm trying to have some, specifically over there, be Amazon returns, and these be primarily new items. Obviously, it's not perfect, and if it is, it wouldn't stay perfect. This is basically all we have for shoes. So I really just have to do that run. And this is almost done. I got to get rid of these 2 boxes. These are going to go out on Dollar Day. Is this empty? Oh, this is loose tools. That'll probably go out on Dollar Day. And then kind of fill in this area. The idea is we're going to get a lot of boxes, like these banana boxes, in that we're going to fill up this empty space with tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. All right, so I'm about done for the day. I'm going to go home. We'll finish this up tomorrow, but I cleared off the rest of this table. I don't remember if I showed you that or not. And then over here, what we're going to do is we're going to continue these for $4 a day and then stop. And those will go here. And I don't even know, I might even be out of these already. I'm not sure. These base layers, we're going to sell them on $4 a day and $3 a day. But then I'm going to stop because these are going to sell better in the wintertime. And then these underwears are going to be down to $2 a day. I've got $1 into each one, so after $2 a day, I'm going to stop. And then we'll see how many I have left. These are the best sellers on eBay, so I might keep them all for eBay. I don't know. It might even be worth waiting until the next sale, although I don't like recycling inventory between sales. I like to have different stuff each sale, but you never know. Otherwise, I can wholesale it for $2-3 pretty easily. What else? That's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to show you. Look at all this trash from the tool tables. Each table that I do, each run, both sides, has about a box that size full of trash. Some of this is mostly stuff that just came out. This electronic tester kit I didn't see. But it could have just fallen out and then people bought them individually. That it looks like a pen. I actually, basically this. There's one there. Oh, and there's that. So that might just all be loose. I'm not going to pack it back in the box, though. That is missing the remote. That could easily be how it came. In fact, a lot of these don't work. It says don't work on the thing. Doesn't work on the little slip like that. And they don't work. But they just need to be resynced. Last sale, I had a bunch of these that didn't work, and they didn't sell until basically Dollar Day because I didn't look at why they weren't selling. They didn't sell because if you see a tag that says doesn't work, you're not going to buy it. So I went in, looked in the manual, very quickly found out how to reset it. You hold both buttons down and then plug it in. It's that simple, and it will sync. And so all of these, when I find them right now, I'm testing them because even if I take the slip off that says doesn't work, there are going to be a lot of customers who bring them home. They don't work. They're going to get angry. They're not going to come back. So it takes half a second to reset them. So I reset all of them. There are like 4 or 5 on the tables here. Tomorrow, I'm going to fill those up. And then I want to tackle this center area. In fact, a lot of this just goes back in the boxes. Let me just quick do this one. Hold on. And done. So tomorrow, I'm just going to do this area. I decided I'm going to pull all of these car parts. They are not moving. Maybe we sell 1, 2, 3, 4 a day. That's going to be 1 to 4 is going to be between $4 and $16 tomorrow. If I fill it with banana boxes full of stuff, or not tomorrow, Wednesday. If I fill it with banana boxes full of stuff, I'll probably get $200, $300, $400. I would rather throw these in the garbage than make $4 to 16 bucks compared to the $200 or $300 that I'd make with other stuff. So it is kind of tucked away. You can't really get to it with these lights. So what I might do is leave that open, and when the lights slide these that way instead. But we're going to fill banana boxes here. And then we'll put these back out on Dollar Day where I'm sure they'll sell. What else? You know, this stuff can just get separated out of there. We've got a Chillo. I keep saying I'm done. The top of this is, oh, it's in there. All right, we'll fix that in a second. You know what? I'm going to do this one too, then I'll be done. All right, now we're done. Is that restocked? I think this might be it for the purses. Someone must have restocked it, because I don't see them anywhere. I'm looking under the tables. So yeah, that must have been restocked. So tomorrow, I'm going to get rid of the car parts. That looks nice. I'm going to get rid of the car parts tomorrow. I'm going to fill out the rest of this area. There, that, and this with the banana boxes. They should be here in the morning. And then little areas like that and this, I can refill with just stuff that I've laying around. I will also need to fill these up. And that's pretty much it. Now tomorrow I also want to bring stuff from the other warehouse as well that needs to go in. There is still a few boxes of Melissa and Doug. You know, some of that's Melissa and Doug too, these 3. We could probably get some of those in the spaces. Oh, I refilled this too. Sold like $56 worth of this tape at 3 for $1. I was definitely happy with that. I need to get this out of here too. So anyways, that's the plan for tomorrow. We'll be set up pretty quickly. Basically, once the truck comes, we'll probably be set up in about 15 minutes after it's unloaded, ready for the sale. And I'm going to load it up. I have 6 pallets. I want every single box from all 6 pallets out. So we're going to fill up all the tables. We're going to fill up under the tables. I want a $10,000 day on Wednesday. And that's the way to do it. We are going to be absolutely loaded down. It'll probably be the most inventory I have ever had on a day at one time in a warehouse sale, ever. So that's exciting to me. It's going to be a good day, and honestly, I wish we could have really maintained stock like that from the beginning. I'd probably be over 50 grand. I honestly think $5 a day, the first one, if we could keep stock up, I would have made 20 grand that day or brought in. The second day, if it didn't rain, I probably could have done a comparable one. $4 a day was actually pretty good, about what I was expecting. But if I could have had tables and floor and everything filled up like I'm going to tomorrow, God, we might have been able to do 100 grand. Of course, we would need to maintain that. So anyways, that is it for today. I am going to go home. It is Tuesday the 11th? Yeah, the 11th. Tuesday the 11th. Warehouse sale starts back up tomorrow at $4, and then we drop $1 every day. 3, 2, 1. Sunday will be bag day. So I ordered 6 pallets of health and beauty stuff from CVS. Had a little bit of a scare because usually LTL shipments are delivered in the morning because then they pick up in the afternoon. And well, it's what, 10:30, almost 11 o'clock, and it's still not here. And I reached out to the supplier because I didn't have a tracking number at the time, and I asked him for a tracking number, and he ended up looking it up for me. He said, well, it last scanned at Stevens Point, so I don't know if it's going to be delivered today. Stevens Point's I don't know, a couple hours away. So that made me really nervous. But he did give me the tracking number, and just a minute ago, I looked it up. It's with Speedy Delivery. It's a local-ish delivery company, Midwest only. I looked it up, and it did arrive at the terminal this morning, but it never said out for delivery. It just had an arrival scan. So it made me even more nervous that it might go out tomorrow. So now I'm sitting here thinking my options, because I have all those tables empty. First off, do I hear the phone ringing? I think I hear the phone ringing. Yeah, the phone's ringing. One moment, please. Never mind, didn't get to it in time. I have no idea where the phone is. We got like 4 cordless phones here, and the one I went to is missing. It's probably sitting on my desk, actually, now that I think about it. Anyways, so if it doesn't get delivered today, it gets delivered tomorrow, there are 3 issues. Number 1, I have to fill all those tables up. If you saw yesterday's video, you saw how much I emptied out the tables for this, and that's going to be tough. Number 2, it's going to devalue the inventory because it's not going out on $4 day. Obviously, if it got delivered tomorrow at like 10 a.m., I could still put it out on $4 day. It's not going to be in the opening video in the morning, and it's going to miss the busiest time of the day, though. It really devalues the load because it could be $3 the next day. And the third issue, can you imagine a semi-truck coming through here with all those cars there and customers? That would be a pain. That's probably the smallest of the issues, but it's an issue still. So I called them. Thankfully, it will be delivered today. It's going to be loaded on a truck at noon. So they said I should get it 1, 2 o'clock. Oh, that makes me feel better. The other thing today, the cardboard dumpster was emptied out. I was very happy to see that. Remember the mountain of cardboard that was here? So I have a 6-yard dumpster, which is the largest dumpster you can get, unless you get those giant, like, roll-away dumpsters they use on construction sites. It is the bigger one of the 2. It's a 6-yard. I've never seen a dumpster bigger than that. Again, other than the ones where the top is open up and it's the big roll-away ones for construction sites. I filled that halfway up. And that was after filling it up the other. That is going to be full probably by the end of the sale. And lastly, I brought more stuff over from the other building. I should probably get this out before it gets too hot. Got some food from the Amazon pallets. I feel like this is worth $4 as a pack. Some of this is gonna be sold individually, but like this, there's 12 cans. They're usually about $1 a can. So I think that's well worth $4 for someone. We got orange juice, 2 bottles, and they are in date. The orange juice expires a little over a month from now. Everything I looked at was in date. We've got more of these Olaf frozen hooded blankets. We didn't sell out yet, but we have all of the last of the stock on the floor. So this is the last one that were on another pallet, and then some other odds and ends. I got really excited when I saw these peach rings. I love peach rings. They are my favorite candy, and I spent a lot of money on them. Like a bag, I usually get them at like TJ Maxx or something, and a bag is like $4 or $5. It's a decent sized bag. It'll last me a little while. I can't eat too many of them. My stomach will get upset. But anyways, I got so excited when I found it because that's probably going to save me like 10, 15 bucks on candy. Not really save me. It's not like I buy it all the time. I'd probably eat it before I would have bought another. You get the idea. I open one up and they are completely different and absolutely terrible. Oh, it's some healthy version. Like a Smart Sugar or something is the brand. So anyways, this is what we're working with. We got Rogers mugs, still pretty well stocked on those. We're almost out of these. We've got, I think, 12 boxes left, 4 in each box, and then this. I did condense a little more, cleared a box here. Over here, I might condense this stuff into those Amazon boxes over there, creating more space for the HBA. We've got the bed sheets. I also restocked the California King and the Split King and then some other ones. I don't know why there are so many twin XL fitted sheets here. I don't know who's bringing them out, but these are selling surprisingly well. I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this 2 for $1. We're averaging 1 sale a day. So I sold 4 in the 2 days it was out for $2 total. I can make a lot more money putting something else here. Cleared all this out. I did bring these out. I forgot I was sold out of these on the table. I've got 3 boxes left, I think, in the back. I brought this out. and I've got a ton of these yet, but my cost in these is 33 cents each, and they will fly on Dollar Day, so I'm not worried about that. What else? I think that is about it. I slid this stuff over. It was kind of in the middle of the table. This is all ready to go here. We'll be putting some boxes on the floor, but that's it. These, I'm going to put the whole pallet out on Dollar Day. I'm not putting it out now because I don't want people to see that I've got 500 of them and go, oh, I'll just wait till Dollar Day. We're selling about 10 to 12 per day right now. Obviously, as the price drops, that might increase. On Dollar Day, I'm going to put the whole pallet out, and I'm going to leave it out for Bag Day because I don't know if you're going to be able to fit 5 of those in a bag. Maybe, probably more like 4. So I'd still get about $1 each for them on Bag Day. And my cost in those is about $1 each too. Tools are all set up. So yeah, anyways, my cost in those is about $1 each. So I would like to get them sold before then, or at least a decent amount, but we'll liquidate the rest on Dollar Day. Cosmetics, I may be pulling these. And the reason is because I actually partnered with a buddy of mine on this store. I didn't have the manpower to do this and motherhood maternity on the same day. And they wanted us to take some Forever 21 stores too. That was a busy day. I had this Riley Rose took basically all day long. And then I had a motherhood maternity in Chicago, probably about 2 hours away from the Riley Rose store, because that was in Milwaukee. The motherhood was in Chicago. There were like 4,000 units. That store was full. So anyways, I partnered up with a buddy. We split it 50-50. He cleared out the store for the most part. I did a little bit. I'm selling it all. He financed most of it since I'm doing all the selling. I think it was about $4,000 in cost. He spent $3,000. I spent $1,000. And then I'm doing all of the work selling it. So that's why. Anyway, so I'm pulling this because all my people know is cosmetics when they're scanning this or when they're putting it in the system. And there's probably going to be cosmetics on the other things. So I'm splitting this 50-50 with him. We're up to about $400 on it. So he's getting 200, I'm getting 200. But there's probably some cosmetics in here or the Amazon boxes. So he's going to get 50% of those few items. It's probably under $40. But the other issue is there's probably going to be a lot of cosmetics on the CVS stuff. Let's see. This is my cash register. This is how we track things. My staff, I put pictures on these. Oh, they're still loading. My staff isn't going to know what's Riley Rose and what isn't. So they just know cosmetics. So I'm not going to be able to, this is how we track how much we made on each thing. We can only do it on specific SKUs, not mixed SKUs. They're not going to know. I suppose I could do Girlactic and Stila, but it's so fast-paced, they're not going to be able to pay that close attention. And these aren't going to be perfect. You know, like tools, some tools might go as general merchandise. Some Melissa and Doug might go as general merchandise. Some other toys might go as Melissa and Doug. It's not going to give me exact numbers with this method. All it's going to do is give me a general idea of where I am with each item. So that, anyways, that's how we're keeping track of some of that stuff. What else? These speakers, I've got, I think I counted about 2,400 of them, 50 per case, and however many cases 2,400 would be, 12 cases, I think. No. 50 per case, that would be 48 cases, right? I don't know, my brain isn't functioning this week. I'm not going to put the whole pallet out because if there's any left after Dollar Day, my cost is like $1.09 into each of these. I will liquidate at $1, but I'm not going to I'm not going to let these go through Bag Day because I will lose a bunch of money. That said, that entire purchase, that Hanson's purchase was $10,600. Before the sale started, I had sold enough through JLN liquidation to get me to the point where I was only about $3,000 in the hole on it. I am pretty certain I've already broken even on it. So even if I sell them all for $1, as a whole, I'm going to make money on this Hanson's deal. I might lose money on those specifically, but as a whole, I'm going to make money. I mean, just on, I think it was these, and there's something else, maybe the Aaron Rodgers mugs. If I just sold those at $1 each, nothing else, I would break even. Throw everything else in the garbage. So I'm not too worried there. The reason I'm not going to let it go through bag day is because I could probably palletize them and sell them off for $1 each. I was selling cases of them for $4 each, $200 free shipping for a case of 50. A lot of people were buying them to resell them, so I should have no problem getting $1, $1.50, $2 each on a pallet. It's gonna be an expensive pallet, but so that's my thought process there. I apologize for the rambling, but I think a reason a lot of you guys like this video, so many people say they love the rambling, so I keep rambling. But I think a big part of it is that you get to know my thought processes, why I'm doing it this way, why I'm not doing it that way. And it allows me to kind of think out loud too. Another nice thing about these videos is I can look back. If I'm curious how I did something in a previous warehouse sale, I rambled for an hour in probably 3 different videos about what my thought process is. So I can go back and watch these boring videos and figure out exactly what I did for previous sales. Most businesses aren't able to track that type of stuff. I can because of my YouTube channel. That's one of my favorite parts of having a YouTube channel, is I can go back and just kind of look at things and figure out, look at how I did things before and figure out how to improve on it or how to go back to that. Oh, I have more tea light holders there. So these are the 3 cases of the tea light holders I knew of. Apparently I've got 2 more right there. Those should sell pretty fast. I've got then these 17 boxes, 3, 6, 9, not 17, 11 boxes are these camera sunglasses, and then I've got a case of them out on the floor. And then everything below it is more of those little phone battery backup things. That's all snacks. This is all pop sockets, which I cannot believe what these things are worth. Like, I got a bunch of these on a $1 sale a while back, and I couldn't believe how well they were selling at $1. And then I put a bunch of these in my store for $1.50, and I couldn't believe how well they were selling for $1.50. Apparently, these are like $10 in the store. Why would you pay $10 in the store for this? Personally, I do see the appeal. It is nice. I feel like it would be nice to hold on to a phone that way. I would not want that on my phone, though, because whenever I put my phone in my pocket, that is going to get caught. There's no way I'm putting one of those in my phone. Even if it was a Brett Favre pop socket, and when the pop socket comes out, Brett Favre sends a picture to a reporter, you might get that joke. Even then, I'm not putting it on my phone because it's going to get caught in my pocket every time. All right, I should get back to work. I have to unload that truck, and then I have to go back. There's more Amazon stuff I have to bring, so that's where I'm going to leave you here. See you in a minute. So remember those Target pallets? I paid like $400 a piece, if I remember right. These were on them. I had 288 of these on one pallet. There are more on the truck, on my pickup truck outside, but they were on a different pallet. One pallet had 288 of these. There's about 30 left. I sold them, all the other ones, between $5 and $4 a day. Probably did about 1,100, rough estimate based on how many are left, averaging out 5 and 4. So about $1,100. In addition to that, I have, on top of that pallet, I had 300 of those coffee mugs, the ones that say Mom's Hotel, which should easily sell for $1 each on dollar day. So that's another $300 plus those. Probably about $1,500 I'll make on that pallet. That cost me $400. So that was a good one. You just have to be able to move that kind of volume. A flea market seller isn't going to be able to move 300 coffee mugs easily. But a sale like this, we can move them in a day. So that's awesome. My point is, what is my point? I guess some of the pallets are great, and some are not so great, but with the volume, it all makes up for it. There was a pallet, if you remember, that was 8 nightstands. I'm going to lose money on that pallet. Best case, I'm probably selling them for $50. So that's $400 total. There were like 5 or 6 boxes of apparel on top, so that'll sell too, but it's apparel that I have a lot of. But that's break even, best case. Realistically, I'm probably not going to get that much for them because I don't want to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I'm probably going to send 2 of them to a local auction and probably send the rest to a consignment store where I'm getting half that. They're selling them for 50, I'm getting 25, but I don't need to do the work. So I'll probably get, I honestly don't know what I'll get with the local auction, but with the consignment store, I'll get about 200 for all of them, losing 50% on that pallet. But then I'll get another one that is nothing but apparel, probably 3,000 pieces of apparel. Think about that at $1 a piece. So it's a volume game with these. When you're buying Target, Moss, or marked out of stock pallets, you are getting a lot of volume. You buy a truckload, it is not likely, but it is possible that the entire truckload is one SKU, which would suck unless it's like iPads or something. But in general, it would suck. But the point is you're getting a lot of volume of the same item. So you have to be able to move volume. If I just had my store, do you know how long it would take to sell those frozen blankets? Even at $1 each, it would probably take months to sell them all. But a sale like this where we have hundreds of people coming through and it's almost like a gimmick, the excitement of the prices dropping and everything's the same price, they move and they move fast. That's a good pallet load for me. So we've got Chet picking up pallets here. Unfortunately, we only have one for him, but there's a dumpster diver looking to see if we're throwing anything good away. So one little tip I have, this business can be very cutthroat. There's a stylus on the ground for a DS. Odd. Anyways, it can be kind of cutthroat. I've heard of people having, like people in this business have mentioned that people have gone through their dumpsters, even their mailbox, to try and find their supplier info. And I wouldn't doubt it at all. So, even grilling their employees. So first off, my employees, every single one signs a non-disclosure agreement, basically saying they can't tell other people about suppliers and customers and whatnot. And it's also well known to them that we don't give out supplier info. Additionally, I don't really tell my employees who the suppliers are. I don't necessarily hide it from them, but there's no reason to, tell them who it is. And lastly, anytime I get anything with supplier info on it, could be a bill of lading from the driver, it could be a receipt, an invoice, anything at all with my supplier info on it, it gets shredded. And I've got a very good paper shredder. It turns it into practically dust, maybe small confetti. I think it's like an $800 paper shredder that I got on a Staples pallet once. So anyways, it always gets shredded, never goes in the dumpster. I treat it like I treat banking info. I don't have any of my suppliers mail anything to me. I do have a separate P.O. box that I give my suppliers, should they ever need to mail something to me, even as simple as a Christmas card. I should probably check that. I got that P.O. box like, I don't know, 2 years ago. Haven't checked it once since. I don't even know where the key is. But it's there. Maybe I should check that. Maybe I've got Christmas cards or something from my suppliers. You know those giant mosquitoes? Just saw one of those buggers crawling across the floor. Took care of him. So remember how I paid an extra $200 for liftgate service because the dock's full? Do you see liftgate? So he's making a phone call. Hopefully they can still get it here today with a liftgate. If not, I might have to pay off the neighbor to unload it with his forklift. All right, so I have a different pallet guy here getting the rest of them. So before I talked to the neighbor and had him come out with his forklift, the driver came out and told me that I'd have to bring it back tomorrow with a liftgate truck. That wouldn't have happened. I would have either, if he wasn't available with his forklift, I would have had it delivered to our other warehouse around the corner and just thrown it in my trailer and brought it back here. Unless the driver would have been okay with, letting me unload it box by box. But he was very apologetic. I guess he's the LTL manager for the terminal here in town. So I guess I'm getting $200 back at least. There's a plus. All right, so everything is out now from those pallets. I held back like a box of stuff for Dollar Day. And then I had a big box full of stuff for eBay. I did do an unboxing video of this load, so you definitely want to check that out if you want to see more. But look at this. For Dollar Day is going to be amazing. All under every table, loaded up here. These and pretty much everything here. It'll be $4 each tomorrow. Protein powder. Under the tables, there's stuff. Over here, padlocks. That came from Amazon. I don't remember if I showed you that or not, but we got more boxes down here, there. Couple here. Here's where we really loaded up. Again, under the table all the way down. And then up here. And again, if you want to see a little more in depth on what this is, you'll have to check out the unboxing video of this. Most of this, actually, the banana boxes were already from the sale. The Silgan boxes are the ones that I just put out. And then under here as well, I hope I'm not making you dizzy. And then over here, a lot more padlocks and mice. I think it's mouses. Decent brands, stuff like that. We're all set up for tomorrow. I'm excited. It's going to be a big day. So don't forget to check out the final video of this warehouse sale series. Should be coming up, I would assume tomorrow, but at some point soon. That's about all I got. I'm exhausted. I'm going home. By the way, Mrs. Rabbit only took a pallet and a half of stuff. She's scowling at me right now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.